To start, we'll launch SharePoint and view a report. Reporting Services reports are integrated into SharePoint just as any other documents are. In this gallery, we'll see Power Pivots as well as Reporting Services reports. I'll choose the USA Regions report. This particular report is a Contoso report that shows sales by regions in millions of dollars. We also have sales territory information by state and a breakout of product sales. This report includes new visualizations as well as new types of interactivity. I can drill into areas of this map by clicking on these hotspots. This one takes me to a map about sales in the state of Washington. I can continue to drill into my analysis and see more details through data bars, sparklines, and indicators. You can see the power of flexible layout in this tablix that includes stepped grouping, custom label rows, and custom totals. Back in the Power Pivot gallery, I launched Report Builder to show you how easy it is to build reports with these capabilities. We start by finding the data that drives this report. It's the Sales Trends Power Pivot workbook. This arrow says I can use this data source in a new Excel workbook or in a new Report Builder report. Report Builder is deployed using click once. In seconds, I have access to a rich client for report authoring that is centrally managed on the SharePoint server. When Report Builder launches, it opens with a predefined data source already created against this workbook. So, no need as an end user to have to hunt and locate the data source. The first thing I'll do is insert a table with the Table Wizard. I create a new data set using this data source. I pick up the sales amount measure and break that out by product category, product subcategory, and year. I click Next, and now I can lay out the different fields I've selected into the actual pivot locations I want. I want category and subcategories, years on columns, and the sum of sales amount on the values. I click Next and select the step layout option. Click Next and accept these defaults and the ocean blue theme that it provides. We'll run this pivot and format it a bit. To add a data bar, I just click to insert a column to the right and select to add a data bar. Then all I have to do is select which value to visualize. This will help us analyze the sales amounts quickly through simple data visualizations. What we've done is really made it easy out of the box to create visualizations for data comparisons using this little mini wizard. You select the value, the program does the rest. Now let's create a sales trend field. I add a column and put a sparkline in it. I just click in the cell and select what I'd like. Break it out by year. Now I run that to compare sales trends over these 3 years. Next, I can publish this nice table I've created as a report SharePoint document library so others can use it. I can review the properties of this table before I publish. I'll rename it Contoso. When it's publishing, if there are any parameters associated with the data set, it will remember that and store it along with the data part and data set. Let's open the report part gallery so we can search for a nice map that's already in the gallery. As an end user, I didn't have to spend time creating this map. I can just grab and go with it. I can go ahead and edit this my report. I'd like to replace these bubbles that show the sales amounts per state with the color scale to show the sales. Here are the different layers of the map, a polygon layer and a big map layer. I want to change the polygon layer, so I launch the layer wizard. Instead of bubble map, I select color analytical map. I click Next to keep the data set with the sales data I want to visualize. This next page shows me how the map data relates to the sales data through the state name. Now I want to visualize the sales amount and color the sales from red for the lowest sales to yellow and green for the highest sales. I click Finish to accept the changes and run the report. Finally, we'll add a header with the company logo and title of the report before we publish it. with the Tablix, and I have a really quick visualization of my sales data. I can then save this back to the SharePoint library so other people in my company can access my report and use any of it as report parts within their own reports in the future.